Welcome to St. Paul's. We're glad you're here with us this afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this Mother's Day. To all of your moms, happy Mother's Day to you. We're glad you've chosen to spend this time with us. How many of you are here for the very first time in this space? Anyone? Welcome. It's a beautiful space. We're glad you get to enjoy it with us. Thank you for being our guests here. My name is Jeff Nicely. I'm the Minister of Worship and Fresh Expressions, which includes social media here at St. Paul's. So question number 2, did any of you see our ads on Facebook to get you here today? Thank you, we're glad you're here. Welcome to you as well. And now we'd like to welcome you to this final concert of the Wilmington Handbell Group under the leadership of Carrie Dietz, one of our members and assistant substitutes here at St. Paul's. We're honored to have him and the team with us. So if you would, give a warm welcome to Carrie Dietz and the Wilmington Handbell.
Thank you, Jeff. Please stand as you are able for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you. And you're in good voice today, boy, that's great. Well, welcome. We are the Wilmington Handbell Ensemble, and I am Carrie Dietz, the artistic director. And we do wish you, all the mothers, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers a happy Mother's Day. We know there's a lot that can be going on today, and we're very appreciative that you are here. So thank you. So we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday, dating back to the signing of the Declaration of Independence, 1776, where we had this, the ideal of all men are created equal. We'll get to more of that later. We're also celebrating, within that birthday celebration, our diverse origins and cultures and traditions here in America. One of those great traditions is the hometown band, the community band. In Southeast Pennsylvania alone, there are 50 community bands. Can you believe that? In Delaware, we've got the Diamond State Symphonic Band. We've got the First State Symphonic Band. And in Dover, we have in Milford Community Band. And in Newark Community Band out of the Newark Senior Center. So this for this piece is kind of an homage to the All-American Hometown Band. Thank you. Well, many think of America the Beautiful as our national hymn. It's not officially that, but it kind of is, really. And Catherine Lee Bates, who wrote the words, certainly felt that America could do a better job living up to the ideal of all men created equal. In fact, in the last verse of America the Beautiful, it reads, "America, America, God mend thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law." Interesting. So the tune by Samuel A. Ward predated the text that we sing to the tune. The tune was originally set to different words. And it was actually in 1910 that the words that we sing to America the Beautiful were wedded and published with the tune. So Catherine Lee Bates was an English literature professor at Wellesley College. She thought of herself as a global citizen. She was inspired by the view from the top of Pikes Peak, which we all probably have heard that story. This was in the summer of 1893, and originally the poem that she wrote was entitled Pikes Peak. It then became known when she published it as America in 1895, still only as a poem. She was very much keen on equality and a desire for an all-inclusive, egalitarian America society and community. So from that view from Pikes Peak, she did not see borders or divisions. She saw unity, America the Beautiful. majestic. So one cannot state enough how much of an influence the African American community and spiritual has had on our sacred and popular music. Probably considered one of our original folk music genres. Nobody knows who wrote the spirituals. But from out of the spirituals, we get, wow, gospel music, we get jazz in all its forms, we get the blues, and as far as jazz, that also includes ragtime, swing, big band, you name it. Rhythm and blues, and then you kind of mix rhythm and blues with country, a little bit of country western, and you get rock and roll. Okay, so you can trace all that back to the spiritual. It's just amazing. This particular one down by the riverside is a very profound text. I'm going to lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more. Wow. And we're gonna invite you to clap, so get ready. so glad it's raining. We really need the rain, actually. Which leads us to the riverside, right? Shall we gather at the river? Another tradition out of the gospel tradition was the Southern gospel, out of which most of those hymns have composers, unlike the spiritual. I always thought of this as a Southern gospel hymn, but Robert Lowry, who wrote it, was born in Philadelphia. And he attended what was at the time Lewisburg University, which then became Bucknell University. He was a Baptist preacher. He served a church in Brooklyn, New York, and it was in the summer of 1864 that he actually wrote this hymn, Shall We Gather at the River? He then went back to Bucknell as a professor and later as chancellor. So he served his alma mater. And in this arrangement, in the middle of it, has another gospel hymn entitled There Is a Happy Land. So you will hear a change of the tune there in the middle of the piece, this arrangement by Michael Hellman. So Robert Lowry, when he wrote this, his inspiration, of course, was the Book of Revelation and the River of Life. A lot of people also think he was thinking of the Susquehanna River, where Bucknell is. Susquehanna River, yeah. Shall we gather at the So you've noticed, besides the handbells, we're also playing what are called choir chimes or hand chimes, including those big stovepipes back there on the racks that we're playing with mallets. The bells are made of tin and copper, bronze, and the chimes are actually aluminum. So they're much lighter and they give a kind of mellower sound. Great for soloing out melodies, and also with those big ones back there, adding a little more bass to the ensemble. We play 73 Schulmerich, that's the company, Schulmerich English handbells, and we play 73 Malmark choir chimes. Both companies are in Pennsylvania, so made in America. Not that far from here. Yeah, so I think they're about ready, except somebody's looking for things. We've got too many bells. The other secret is that we're really blessed to have, and I don't always share this, but we have a second 4-octave set of handbells here at St. Paul's. So we kind of use 16 out of that set just to help matters. So they're interspersed amongst the ringers, and not all composers and arrangers are really adept at thinking, oh, do these ringers, is this ensemble really going to be able to do this? Well, who cares? So we kind of enable that so we can get all the notes, really, because I think that's important. Anyway, so we can't do an American Tapestry concert without including a Sousa March or two. And John Philip Sousa, the March King, also wrote other music besides marches. In fact, there was an operetta that he wrote, a very popular one, in 1896, entitled El Capitan. And that is where this march came from. It's actually almost like an overture in that it includes tunes from that operetta, El Capitan. somebody said that England has Shakespeare, Italy has opera, and America has the Western. And that's probably true. I mean, of course, it is kind of a myth of the self-sufficient, independent cowboy, in a way. It is kind of a myth. But who doesn't love a good Western? And Elmer Bernstein, in 1960, wrote the score for a great Western starring a bunch of gunslingers called The Magnificent Seven. And anybody remember some of the actors in that original 1960? Somebody said, Yul Brynner? Yeah, Yul Brynner. Anybody else? Perkins. No. Eli Wallach was in it. Steve McQueen. Charles Bronson. James Coburn. And Robert Vaughn, who went on then to star in the TV show The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Wow. But what a cast. So this is a terrific arrangement by Sandra K. Tucker, who's a good old Texan. And so hold on to your hats and watch out for the lassos. So Woody Guthrie, he kind of didn't buy into the cowboy self-sufficient myth, especially with his travels through the country during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. And so in 1940, he wrote, "This Land Is Your Land." Most of us probably learned it in grade school. and it was published in 1945, and the first verse, and this is probably the most popular in the folk tradition in this country, but the first verse, which then becomes the refrain, "This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land is made for you and me." There is another verse that many of us don't know. It goes like this. There was a big, high wall there that tried to stop me. Sign was painted, said private property. But on the backside, it didn't say nothing. This land is made for you and me. Isn't that great? Woody Guthrie. So, an American tapestry, we certainly need to include something from the American Songbook, the great American Songbook. This next piece, Somewheres, includes two wonderful songs, wonderful examples of compositions from that tradition. Harold Arlen wrote Somewhere Over the Rainbow in 1939 for the movie The Wizard of Oz, yes. He was a very prolific composer, had lots of great songs. And then the other song is Somewhere There's a Place for Us by Leonard Bernstein. Someone who just, what a talent in both classical, jazz, Broadway musical, you name it, as both a pianist and a conductor and composer. But his take on, in West Side Story, on the Romeo and Juliet story, was on Broadway in 1957. And hence the title is Somewheres, because of the title of the two songs. And we just so happen to have a ringer who is a handbell arranger, Mark Keeney, who arranged this wonderful piece, and he is going to conduct it, Somewheres. So one of the great traditions coming out of the United States is jazz. And so Wilmington Hamel Ensemble, in celebrating our 25th anniversary last year, we thought it would be kind of cool to commission a piece. So we contacted Michael Glasgow, who's an internationally known handbell clinician, composer, director, and writes some really beautiful choral music as well. And we worked with him and we wanted something kind of jazzy, and we wanted something that included flutes with handbells, especially two flutes, because we have Barb Carey plays a regular flute, and Sandy Keeney plays an alto flute, which is a little bit bigger, as you can see, and lower in pitch. So he came up, we worked with him, and this is a really cool piece, and it is in kind of the cool jazz tradition. So if you're a fan of Miles Davis and that group of jazz artists, this one's for you. And the title Flute Loops, as a kind of a play on words, of course, but there is a canon in the middle of it between the flutes and the handbells. So we present Flute Loops. Say, there is a bell technique in this that is fairly new, and it's called singing bell technique. So you will see some of the ringers actually ring the bell and then rub a wooden dowel around it to keep it vibrating, kind of similar to a Tibetan prayer bowl. Flute Loops. Well, thank you again, Jeff and St. Paul's and Pastor Carm for having us here. It's like coming back home. This is our home base. We're sponsored by St. Paul's, so we can go out into the community and share this wonderful music and this very interesting instrument called the handbell, which is like a big keyboard, actually, and started out as a practice instrument in England with the change ringing. It was invented in the 16th century, actually, as a practice instrument. And here we are today. Gosh, there are handbell ensembles all over the world, both in churches, schools, and community groups. Yeah. So also thank you to Jen Scorsiello, who is doing our sound today. Thank you. And so this is being live streamed, so thank you for those watching at home via live stream. That's great. There is a basket in the back. There is a free will offering if you so desire. It does support the music ministry here at St. Paul's. So if you haven't already, as you leave today, please be as generous as you can be. Okay? So our last piece, I think we're pretty much ready. Good. Again, John Philip Sousa, the March King, Stars and Stripes Forever, probably one of his most popular marches. He wrote it in 1896 on Christmas Day, and it was first performed at the Philadelphia Academy of Music in May of 1897. Isn't that wonderful? And it is officially designated as the National March of the United States in 1987, the official march. So, Stars and Stripes Forever. And thank you again. Well, thank you. What a great audience. Thank you very much. I should mention we do have 2 CDs for sale. One is a Christmas CD called A Little Bit of Christmas, and the other one is called Theme Songs to Ring By, which is all television and movie themes. It includes The Magnificent Seven. So if you want to take a little bit of Western home with you, there you go. It also has Downton Abbey, it has Star Wars, it has Game of Thrones, if you're into that. Sesame Street. They have some of their favorites. So, I mentioned the Declaration of Independence at the beginning, and also in 1787, the Constitution of the United States was ratified. And a woman asked Benjamin Franklin, so, doctor, do we have a republic or a monarchy? And he said, a republic if you can keep it. Wow. So, let's see. Julia Ward Howe also is very special for today in that she began the first Mother's Day in 1870. It was a peace movement. 1870 it dates back to. She wrote, though, the Battle Hymn of the Republic prior to that, near the beginning of the Civil War, 1861. Setting it to a U.S. camp meeting tune that was pretty popular with the Union soldiers, and kind of reflects on then the Declaration of Independence of all men created equal. You know, she ended up being a suffragette, you know, as well. And then later in 1864, the Gettysburg Address. Lincoln included in his Gettysburg Address that this Civil War was fought to preserve a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So that's very, very important. We need to keep that all in mind. So we're going to end with an arrangement of the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Thank you again.